Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is kind of like a little bit of a moment of truth video for you all, kind of to get a little bit better to know me. I've been seeing a lot of these videos on YouTube and I figured that, you know, I'm going to brave it out and I'm going to tell you my story. Okay, so I suffer from this terrible skin condition, and it is what has caused me to have a lot of anxiety and it's kind of formed me to the person that I am today. When I was a teenager and I was going through puberty, just like every teenager does, I had these really bad sweating problems and I didn't understand why it was so bad. It got to the point where my mother didn't know what to do for me, so she started buying me men's deodorant because she said that was the only thing that was able to work. Well, after after a year went by of strictly only being forced to wear men's deodorant, which was embarrassing in itself, going through puberty and those ages, it was embarrassing going around smelling like a guy when you weren't a guy, you were a girl, you know, a very feminine girl. Well, one day I woke up and my entire pillow was bloody. My shirt was bloody, my pillow was bloody, and I woke up in pain. And I didn't know what it was. I started freaking out. I told my mom, my parents. They didn't know what it was. My mom said, oh, it's just an ingrown hair. Put some Neosporin on it and it'll go away eventually on its own. Well, the Neosporin eventually made it worse. And eventually I started getting more frequent abscesses. They were like these abscess-like lumps that grew underneath my arms. And they started coming in more frequently. They started getting bigger. The biggest one I've had, I think, has been the size of a golf ball. And they grow underneath your lymph nodes. The disease that I have that I didn't know about, but I wasn't diagnosed with it until I was 19, 18 years old. It's called Hidradenitis Suppuritiva or Suppurativa. We call it HS for short. But they are these abscesses that grow alongside your lymph nodes. Now they could be underneath your arms. They could be on your face. They can be on your legs. They can be on your groin. They can be on your buttocks. They can be on your legs, pretty much anywhere that your skin has lymph nodes, they can grow on there and they develop pus, they develop blood, and then they grow and then they leak fluid and they're very, very extremely painful. Well, when I realized that this was going on, of course I was in my teenage years, all through high school, not knowing what was going on, I just knew that if I shaved my hair underneath my arms, it made it worse. But if I didn't shave my hair underneath my arms, people looked at me and it was embarrassing because people stared, you know, and when you're a teenager, it's a very impressionable age where everybody judges you, looks at you, whether or not they want to be your friend or not, whether or not they want to go around you. They think that maybe you don't have very good hygiene traits, but that's not true. You can stay as clean as you want and you're still going to develop these abscesses. I didn't know that now, but I know that now it is an autoimmune disease. Some people say that it can be hereditary, but just my luck, nobody in my family claims to have this disease, so I'm the first one. It's a fear that I have every day that one of my girls is going to catch it, because I have two daughters. They are not at the teenage age yet, but they are young, and that's one of my biggest fears. I get anxiety because I feel like because I can't wear deodorant. Another thing, deodorant clogs up the pores even more and intensifies the abscesses to grow. So deodorant is out of the question. Just recently, I finally broke down and I have been seeing a dermatologist. I've gone one time out of the entire time I've been dealing with this. Because when I was a kid, I didn't have insurance. And so my parents couldn't afford to take me to the doctor to find out what was going on. So it wasn't until I was 18, 19 years old where I could take myself to this free clinic, and that's where they diagnosed me. But I never sought any treatment for it because they didn't know anything about it. They just knew what I had. And so it wasn't until now that I have medical insurance of my own, I finally broke down and I was just like, hey, you know what? This is what you have. It's not your fault that you have that. This is just what you have. And instead of suffering, you need to get yourself to the doctor to get this under control. Be an example to your girls. Because I know that if my girls catch this, I need to be informed as their mother to know how they can help treat it so they don't suffer like I have and how everyone else's have. So that's what I'm planning on doing. I am now on antibiotics. The antibiotics are to help drain out any bacteria that might be coming out of the abscesses, and also to keep the inflammation down in the antibiotics with the flare-ups. I will probably most likely be on this for the rest of my life. There is no cure for HS, but everybody who suffers from this and who's working with the HS organization are working towards getting a cure. So let's help fight this ugly disease. But this is definitely one of the things that has made me who I am to this day. I'm very self-conscious of myself, and no matter how many times somebody's going to call me beautiful, I don't feel it because I suffer from this. I wake up every day, I see blood on my pillow, I see blood in my shirts. I'm saying, how could somebody be beautiful and have pretty much this all over their skin? Like, I feel like I'm a leper that bleeds all the time, you know? And the embarrassing part is clothing that sticks to your arms or any parts of your body really intensifies it and causes friction, which makes the sores even worse. But then when you wear clothing that is comfortable for you, whether it be wearing a bra that's maybe not the most support, but it feels the best, or wearing tank tops and showing your arms, even though you can't shave your arms and you have sores underneath them, people are going to see that, people are going to stare, and people sit there and judge you. And I was so self-conscious when I was in junior high and high school. Even though I didn't know what it was, I was still self-conscious, and I always wore sweatshirts. I always wore something that covered up my arms because I was so embarrassed. I did not want people to see that I had arm hair. I did not want people to see that I had blood coming out of my arms. And sometimes the abscesses that you get that grow don't even heal up. Like, they will have holes. You'll have holes alongside your lymph nodes on, like, but for me, I have holes that don't close up, and they like leak fluid all the time. It's like a constant thing that leaks. And it's really incredibly painful. I think that's part of the reason why my tagline in all my videos, I say stay beautiful. Not because I'm saying stay beautiful as the outer appearance, but stay beautiful as your kindness, and with your kindness and the way that you treat people. Because today's world is so terrible, the way we all treat each other and the way that the world is right now. And I feel like if we all show a little bit of kindness and show our true beauty to everyone around us, the world will be a better place. So that's why I always use my tagline, stay beautiful, because not only that, but it helps me to remind myself that just because I suffer from this skin condition does not mean that I am not beautiful and that I can't show my kindness to everyone else around me. And so I just wanted to kind of share a little bit about myself with you all, show a little bit of my vulnerability to you. A lot of times when I'm doing my videos, I get anxious and I get anxiety because I feel like, oh my God, everybody's judging me. What if I'm not doing anything right? You know, the whole entire anxiety thing gets to me, and I always think, what if people can see my arms? What if people can see this and that? And so it really takes a lot of me to actually do these videos for you guys, but I enjoy doing them because I know that by me doing them, I could be helping somebody else out there. And if I can do that, then I feel like I've done my job for the day. So if you enjoy my videos, if this is the first time you're watching my video and you liked it, hit subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss a video. I'm going to try, if you guys would like to, I'm going to try and update you on my condition as I further along in the process with my dermatologist, if that's something that you guys would like to know about. I also continue to do my makeup videos. I have my BoxyCharm coming in the mail. It says it's supposed to be here on the 13th. So on the 13th, I should be doing a BoxyCharm unveiling box for the month of April. So stay tuned for that. Let's continue to try and get more subscribers to our channel. That way I can start doing giveaways coming. And like I said, if you suffer from something, and you want to share that with me, I would love to hear from you all. If you've heard of this or you yourself suffer from this condition, I would love to hear with you. I would love to be like your buddy, talk to you about all this, try and see what stuff has helped me. You can share what stuff has helped you, and we can go back and forth. If you want somebody who's just going to be there to help build your self-confidence and to just somebody to talk to about something that you may be suffering, feel free to reach out to me, because I am totally open to hear about anybody's stories and be an ear and a shoulder to cry on if you need somebody. And as always, I hope you all stay beautiful and you all have a wonderful day. Bye.